Do you love interactive scrapbook pages as much as I do? Hello, my friends. Welcome back. Don't forget to go here if you need more fun, including all the things I'm going to use in today's video. I also have no longer available items, pre-made scrapbook pages, links to workshops and retreats. Some have Zoom options. I have a lot on there, clear to September. I also have a link to my Forever affiliation if you need a safe place to store your photos forever or a great place to digitize old videos. I have a link to my stamp and storage affiliation if you need some of them fabulous carousels. I love them. I'm about to get another one. I also have a link to my Amazon must-have wish list and information on joining my team. Creative Memories is going to the Dominican in 2027. I want to go. You can go with me. It's very simple for someone new to earn the trip. But if that doesn't interest you and you just want to earn commission on things you're already buying, Creative Memories is a great option. You earn 10% commission right off the bat. You earn more if you sell more, but you don't have to. There is no catch. There's no minimum purchase required. And it's just $49 a year to have a website to shop from. And share with others if you want to. When you join, you also get an exclusive tote in the rainbow dots, a big, large tote, and $50 to spend however you like. So if that interests you, if any of that interests you, go here, click Join the Sisterhood, read all the reasons you should be on my team with Creative Memories, and then there's a little button that says Let's Chat if you want to talk about what this business might mean for you. Like I said, two ends of the spectrum. Hobbyist, big business builder. You can do anywhere in between. All right. So this video again is a recording of a video I did on Facebook, a live. The clarity is not as good as you're used to. The view is not as good as you're used to because my overhead camera wasn't working, but the content and the value I think is still there. I love these waterfalls. I hope you will too. Check it out. So I got to cover this up first. This is one of those fold outs, but on the outside I could do my waterfall. So I'm going to measure this first. It should be 10. No, wait. Is it 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and a little bit. 10 and an 8 or something. And then width-wise, it is 6 3/4. So we need a piece of paper that is 10 6 3/4. I got a little bit of my wildflower paper left. Not much. I have a lot of this purple stripe though. I'm going to do this in 3 by 3 peekaboos. And let's see, we need, what did I say? 6 3/4? 6 3/4. I think you will still have to pull the arm out for 6 3/4 when the time comes. So excited. And then we need 10. It was actually a little more than 10. I think it's 10.25 is the size of the book. I could probably cut this to 10. Because it was a 12 by 12 piece of paper, or page, and I cut an inch off the top and an inch off the bottom, duh. So it should be 10. And let's just make sure. I think I need to cut a smidge off the side still. That's probably too much. Okay, we're done with this for the moment. Get some tape out. Tape this on here as a backdrop. So now for our waterfall, I need a piece of cardstock, and I'm going to do green, I think. That would be a good choice. And we're going to cut 5 3x3s. first off. And then we need a 2 by 10. And then you need a 1/2 inch by 6 inch. I actually found this on the blog. It was actually Mother's Day, I think year before last, that I found this. Now you're going to want your scoring blade. And you're going to score this at 5 and 2.5 inches. So we're going to score the little piece at 5 and at 2.5. And this piece, and I am going to use max strength on this project, this piece goes, it's going to make a loop. So just fold this, fold this, and this is your loop, okay? Okay, and then on your 2 by 10, you're going to score it at the 2.5, and then every 1/2 inch up to 4.5. So you're going to score at 2.5, and just scoot it over to the this first dark line is a 1/2 inch. The first dark line to the left of your cutting mat is a 1/2 inch. So I'm just going to line that score up on that black line, and we're going to score till we get to 4.5. So I guess you could also measure on the actual measuring stick. Okay, so you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 score marks on your 2 by 10. And then you're done with your score blade. And you're actually done with your trimmer. But you are going to need your photo trimmer for your photos if you're putting photos in right away like I am. And then this, we're making a cane, a candy cane. We're just going to say we're making a candy cane. You're just going to fold on all those score lines so it looks like a candy cane. And then you have your pictures. These are 3 by 3s. So I'm going to cut all of my pictures, if I can find them. Here they are. Using my photo trimmer. So our photo mats are 3 by 3s. We need to cut our pictures to, let's cut them to 2 3/4 square. Let's just see what that looks like. Two and 3/4. So I figured this would be good for my Columbine pictures because I have a lot of them. And I'm not going to have a whole lot to say about them. There's a state flower, Colorado state flower. I like that size mat, so I'm going to go with that. Okay, I'm going to tape these pictures on my little mat. And I'm going to get my peekaboos out. Now you could do this without peekaboos. The problem I see with that is your pictures aren't protected, but maybe you don't care if your pictures are protected. And this is really fun to put in a card, which of course then you probably don't need peekaboos. Okay, peekaboos right here. And you can do this one of two ways. You can use the adhesive, which I think is what I'm going to do because I want to be able to get back in here to write on the backs. You can seal these up so that they're totally sealed up if you want. I'm going to try it this way. I've never done it this way, but we're going to try it this way. So I'm going to put them with the adhesive out. Now, you're going to take your candy cane and we're going to lay our peekaboos on every score line. And actually, yeah. So I'm just going to lay this on the score line. And I'm realizing now that that's not going to work. We have a problem, Houston. Because we have sticky. So we're going to have to cut those off. So see where it's sticky here and here? We don't want that. That won't work. And when you get this filled out, this first peekaboo, this whole thing needs to be sealed up. So you'll have to adhesive all of this. But in the meantime, we don't want anything sticky where we don't want it sticky, obviously. So I'm going to go ahead and trim that sticky off. Okay, so now there's no sticky, just sticky on that line. And then you're going to put a picture on each score line. So I'm just going to peel these off. These are the old ones, so they're got the very difficult stuff. And again, we're going to have to take those off. Okay, so now you got all of your little peekaboos taped on your score lines, right? So now what we're going to do is this guy. This guy is going to get taped on this piece, this first square, and you want to tape it kind of close to the edge, like so. And I'm using the max strength again. Which is very picky, by the way. But when it works, it works. It's stuck forever. And I got it too far off of the, there we go. Okay, so mine is like there. See the edge? And then this guy goes inside of here. And if you did it right, they will flop open. Okay, but one more thing before we tape this to our book. I want to make this look like a tag, and we don't have the tag maker anymore. So if you didn't already purchase it, what you can do is get your corner rounder. We're going to use the inverted parts, and you're going to invert the corners of the edge of your waterfall here, like so. And then you're going to take your hole punch, and if you don't have Creative Memories hole punch, can I tell you, this is not your regular office supply store hole punch. This thing is amazing. It cuts so smooth and through cardstock so easily, and it doesn't hurt your little hands. So we'll put a little hole in it, and then you could put some twine or whatever in there. So people know to pull. Okay, then what you do, put all my stuff away. Let's get our page out that we were working on right here. You're going to tape just this strap, just your little loop, this part, to your album. Okay? With your tag inside of there. You got to decide how you want to do it. I think I want to do it like this, up and down. And I'm going to have to move my pictures around because they're in the wrong spot. But I think it could go right about there. So I'm going to get the max strength out again and put tape all over that strap. And I'm going to put it right here. Push down. Okay, now look. How cool is this? Of course, it'll be laying down, but I think my strap still wasn't in the very last spot it needed to be in, but isn't that cool? Let me look, see what it looks like laying down. Oh yeah, very cool. I love it. Okay, so I hope you liked that. Like I said, I know it's not what you're used to, but I do believe the value is there, and that's a really fun way to add some interactive pages to your scrapbook. Let me know if you have any questions. Don't forget to go here to shop any of those things I used and all the other fun, including joining my team. Thank you for liking, following, sharing, subscribing, following all the things, and I'll see you next time.